Hold up. So, this all started over somebody's mama. Yep, that's what Bambi was saying to Yandy, trying to explain things away. It's not about your mama like that, she said, half laughing, half defensive. But what nobody saw coming was Mendeecees Harris being led away in handcuffs. That moment flipped the entire retreat upside down, and fans everywhere were left stunned, speechless, and glued to their screens. Social media lit up with reports that what started as a peaceful cast getaway had erupted into full-blown chaos. It all began with a small argument between Bambi and Spice, a joke, a misunderstanding. Some raised voices, but the energy shifted fast. People were already on edge. Then, right in the middle of it all, Erica Mena stepped in, and that's when everything exploded. Sources and viral clips captured what seemed like a light argument turning into something far more serious. In one video, Erica is heard yelling, "Don't touch me. I'll call the police right now." While Yandy stands nearby, frozen, her face a mix of disbelief and helplessness. What followed was surreal. Police cars pulling up, lights flashing, and Mendeecees being detained in front of the cameras, cast members, and fans who couldn't believe what they were watching. Was this just TV drama cranked up too far? Or was something disturbingly real playing out in front of them? Today's episode breaks it all down, from that first argument to the moment the cops arrived and everything fell apart. It was supposed to be a calm retreat, a reset, a place where the cast could talk through their issues, not erupt into headlines. But right from the beginning, there was something simmering beneath the surface. The group was gathered around a table, drinks in hand. The vibe relaxed on the outside, but underneath it all, tension. Bambi and Spice started joking about Jamaican slang. Bambi asked what something meant. Spice explained. Everybody laughed. But then Spice said something that felt like a jab at someone's mom. That's when the air changed. Bambi got serious. "If somebody disrespects my mom, it's up." Spice didn't flinch. "Then keep it up. I'm ready." And just like that, the mood snapped. Words got sharper. Voices louder. Even the air felt heavier. Across the table, Yandy whispered to Erica, "They're just doing it for the cameras." But Erica didn't smile. She wasn't even looking at them. She was in her own head, watching the mess unfold but clearly focused on something else entirely. When Bambi took a direct shot, "You ain't got no house. All you got is your botched body," Spice hit right back. "At least I'm proud of my scars." And that was it. The room was on fire. Producers didn't stop rolling. Nobody stepped in. Eventually, things cooled down just enough for people to start stepping outside. But that's when things really escalated. Mendeecees was standing off to the side, arms crossed, watching quietly. Erica, sipping her drink alone, walked up to him. "Oh, now the perfect couple shows up," she said, not loud, but pointed. Yandy tried to de-escalate, gently pulling his arm. "Don't engage," but Mendeecees turned to Erica. "What are you trying to say?" he asked. Erica didn't hold back. "You only show up when the cameras are rolling. In real life, y'all, just as messy as everybody else." His jaw tensed, but he kept his voice steady. "Erica, not tonight." But Erica leaned in a little closer. "You act like you're some stand-up guy. Handle your own house before talking about anyone else's." And that's when it turned. Mendeecees stepped forward. He pointed, not violently, but forcefully. Just enough to make it look intense. On camera, Erica backed up instantly, yelling, "Don't try me. I'll call the police right now." Loud enough for everyone to hear. Yandy jumped in, grabbing Mendeecees by the arm, pleading softly, "Please don't do this. Everyone's watching." But phones were already recording. Clips started hitting Instagram within minutes. The crowd divided. Did Mendeecees just snap? Is Erica playing the victim? Producers scrambled, but the retreat staff had already called security. Erica, now the center of it all, said loud enough for the cameras, "I'm filing a complaint. He came at me." Sirens in the distance cut through the scene. Flashing lights replaced the palm trees and peace signs. Officers stepped out, and the whole vibe collapsed into something cold, sharp, and serious. One officer approached Erica. "What happened here?" She answered, voice shaky but firm, "He came at me. I was defending myself." Another officer pulled Mendeecees aside. "Sir, what happened?" He tried to explain. "I didn't touch her. I was making a point." But the phones had already told their version. Even without contact, the footage looked aggressive. And that was enough. The cops made their decision. He wasn't arrested, officially, Not yet, but they were taking him in. Yandy, holding back tears, approached the officers. Please, can I speak to him? One nodded. She stepped to Mendeecees, took his hand gently. You promised this wouldn't happen again, she whispered. He looked at her, but he didn't say anything. He didn't have to. His silence said it all. The police car doors shut with a soft thud, but to Yandy, it was deafening. She just stood there, arms crossed tightly around herself, watching as the man she built her world with disappeared behind tinted glass. And Erica, she stood nearby, arms crossed, surrounded by producers. Her voice was tight, her tone serious. He came at me. I warned him. I said don't touch me. She kept repeating it, over and over. Some cast members comforted her. Others whispered doubts. But Erica didn't care what they thought. She was locked in. This was her story now. The retreat was done. Producers called it off. The whole purpose, healing, reconnecting, dissolved into gossip, accusations, and a PR nightmare. People stayed in clusters, whispering. Some swore Mendeecees never touched her. Others said he got way too close. Truth was lost somewhere in the noise. Yandy, still stunned, walked away from the scene. Her best friend Kesha tried to hug her. She shook her head. I can't, she whispered. I told him this would happen, over and over, like it was the only thing holding her together. Back in her room, Yandy sat on the edge of the bed, staring blankly. Down the hall, Erica sat alone on her balcony, scrolling through social media. The same clips, the same comments. She's lying. She's telling the truth. Her eyes were red, not from tears, just exhaustion. A producer approached gently. The police will need your official statement tomorrow. You sure you want to go through with it? Erica didn't hesitate. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not letting this go. Her voice was flat. Final dot and the internet. It exploded. Blogs posted updates by the minute. Mendeecees Harris detained after altercation. Yandy Smith breaks down on set. Erica Mena says she was attacked. Fans split into teams. People slowed the clips down, looking for clues. Was this a setup? Was it self-defense? Was it all just a reality show meltdown? Some said it was bound to happen. Others called it fake. But if you looked in Yandy's eyes, if you saw the way she stood frozen as that police car drove off, you'd know none of this was scripted. None of this was planned. And the story wasn't even close to being over. It's about how women get treated when they stand up for themselves. That was the line Erica Mena delivered. Direct and powerful. When somebody crosses a line and you speak up, people try to turn it back on you. And just like that, her words were everywhere. Celebrity blogs, gossip pages, Instagram reels with captions like Erica speaks her truth. But not everyone was buying it. Long comment threads popped up dissecting her every move, pulling receipts, dragging up past clips, interviews, even old tweets. Some fans said she always played the victim. Others argued this time felt different. And while the internet argued, something shifted in real life. Mendeecees Harris was released. No handcuffs, no official arrest record yet. But the paperwork had been filed, and the world was watching. Yandy Smith stood at the curb in silence as Mendeecees walked out, hoodie pulled up, face drawn and exhausted. They didn't say a word at first. They just stood there, facing each other like strangers who used to be something more. Finally, Yandy spoke, not angry, not soft, just real. What happened? She asked. Mendeecees sighed. She pushed me, he said. Said things I couldn't let slide. But I didn't touch her, I swear. Yandy looked at him, searching his face for the truth. She didn't find a lie, but she didn't find comfort either, just silence. She nodded slowly, then opened the car door. The ride back to the house was quiet. No words, no music, just the hum of tires and two people unsure if they even knew each other anymore. Back at the house, they stayed behind drawn curtains while the internet kept spinning stories. Now, clips were surfacing from other cast members. One showed Spice saying quietly, I don't think Mendeecees meant it like that, ... But Erica, she knows how to turn anything into a moment. And that single line flipped the conversation again. Fans began questioning if the entire thing had been staged, not by Yandy or Mendeecees but by Erica herself. Inside, Mendeecees sat at the kitchen table, head bowed, hands clasped. Yandy stood at the window, arms crossed. She finally broke the silence. Do you understand how bad this looks? Her voice was sharp, low. Mendeecees didn't lift his head. Yeah, he said softly. You think I wanted this? You think I don't know? He looked broken, not from rage, but from shame. Outside, paparazzi had already found their location. Camera flashes lit up through the windows. Yandy glanced out, then shut the blinds tighter. We can't stay here, she whispered. But she wasn't just talking about the house. She was talking about their life, their name, their peace. Later that night, Yandy sat on the back porch, phone in hand, scrolling through comments. Her name was trending again. Some fans defended her. Others told her to leave Mendeecees for good. She didn't know who to trust anymore. That's when her phone buzzed. A video from an unknown number. No caption. She opened it. It was footage from the night of the altercation. Erica was off to the side, whispering to a producer. Make sure they get my good side when he walks away. I want the angle right. Yandy's stomach dropped. She played it again. It wasn't fear. It wasn't panic. It was control. It was strategy. And suddenly, everything hit differently. This wasn't about survival. It was about optics, image, fame. Her first instinct was to show Mendeecees, but she froze. Sat there, paralyzed by the weight of it all. This wasn't just another love and hip-hop scene. This was her family, her real life. After what felt like hours, she finally walked inside. Mendeecees hadn't moved. She placed the phone in front of him. What's that? He asked. Just watch, she said. He pressed play. Erica's voice filled the room. His face changed, not anger, something deeper. A crack, a breaking point. He listened till the end, then gently placed the phone down like it might shatter. You believe me now? He asked. Yandy didn't answer right away. She sat across from him, head in her hands. I don't know what to believe anymore, she whispered. But I know this. She set this up. Maybe not all of it, but enough. They sat in silence. No cameras, no producers, no script. Just two people trying to figure out what was left. Outside, the world was watching. The clip leaked within hours. Someone sent it to a blog, and then it was everywhere. Suddenly, the story flipped again. People analyzed the video frame by frame, zooming in on Erica's face. Some fans apologized in the comments. We judged too soon. Others doubled down. Doesn't matter. Mendeecees still stepped up on her. It didn't matter. Everyone had an opinion. Nobody had the whole truth, but Yandy. She had a decision to make. She knew the second she left that house, it would all come crashing down. Cameras, questions, headlines. So the next morning, just after sunrise, she made her choice. No glam, no lashes, no stylist. Just her, raw, simple, real. Mendeecees was asleep on the couch. She didn't wake him. She grabbed her phone and stepped outside. And right on cue, flashes. Microphones. Reporters yelling Yandy, any statement. Are you and Mendeecees okay? Did Erica set this up? She walked slowly down the steps. Calm. Collected. Then she turned and faced the cameras. Listen, she began. This has been one of the hardest weeks of my life. Not just because of what happened on camera, but what happened when the cameras stopped. Everybody's got their version of the truth. All I can say is, I saw things I can't unsee. I heard things I can't unhear. Reporters leaned in. This wasn't PR. This was personal. Me and Mendeecees, we've been through too much to let this break us. And as for Erica, she paused, letting the name hang heavy in the air. I just hope she finds whatever peace she's looking for. Because it definitely wasn't here. Then, without answering another question, she turned and got into the waiting car, shutting the door like she was closing a chapter for good. Inside the car, her hands shook, but it wasn't fear, it was adrenaline. Survival. And back in the house, Mendeecees finally woke up, watching clips of Yandy's moment online. He smiled, small but real. He texted her, "You did good, no emojis, just truth." Later that day, Erica posted a photo of herself standing alone by the water, no makeup, no filters. Her caption read, "Sometimes the truth isn't black and white, sometimes it's just gray." I said what I said. The comments were mixed. Some offered support. Others called her out. But it didn't matter, the damage was done. On all sides, by the week's end, producers officially announced that the full footage of the incident would not be aired, only carefully edited parts. Too much had happened. Too raw, too real. Fans were left to piece it together from leaks, rumors, and their own assumptions. Yandy and Mendeecees stayed quiet. No interviews, no statements. Just family. Eventually, they posted a photo together, hand in hand. No caption, no comments allowed. Fans flooded it with hearts and prayers. Some still didn't believe. Some never would. But for Yandy, that wasn't the point anymore. What mattered was this. She saw the truth with her own eyes. She handled it her way. And she walked out the other side, still standing. Somewhere, Erica was still telling her version. But that was another story, and before we wrap this up, here's the real question. What do you think? Did Mendeecees really cross a line? Or was this just another moment blown out of proportion? Was Erica truly afraid? Or was she playing a bigger game? And where does that leave Yandy, caught in the middle of it all, trying to hold the pieces together while the world watched? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Are you hashtag Team Mendeecees, hashtag Team Erica, or just hashtag Team Yandy trying to survive this storm? Don't hold back. Hit that like button if you watched till the end. Subscribe for more deep dives into the real drama, the real stories, and the truth behind every headline. This is Gopev, and we'll see you in the next one.